Unfortunately, the beginning of this story has to start with the end. Nobody likes endings. In order to get to where we're going, we have to leave where we are. On the 18th of January, 2017, you embarked on a new adventure. But unlike all the previous ones we'd gone together, you left me behind.
Hello, Jan. It's Uncle Freddie here from Manchester. I was just checking on you. I hope everything is okay. Take care. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.
How did I meet Bob Masua? Bob and I were total strangers at first, and we both happened to marry in the same family. I married Fifi, and Bob married Gina. Now Fifi and Gina are sisters, so I'm married to the older sister, and Bob was married to the younger sister, Auntie Gina. Bob was a great storyteller, and Bob worked as a producer, promoter. He basically dealt with the A-list of artists, musicians. So he knew pretty much all the big names in the Congo, like growing up I was a big fan of Papa Wemba, Kofi Olomide, King Kester, all those big names. And Bob knew these people, he worked with these people, and he was friends with these people. Now about the dream, when Bob passed away, when Bob transitioned, because I don't believe people die, I think people just move from one place to another. So when Bob passed away, I had a dream. I was about to go for a walk, and Bob was in the living room. He looked really tired, and he said, Père Double, because he used to call me Père Double, which means twins father, or Papa Mapasa. Yeah, so he'll say, oh, Père Double, please do me a favor. Can you check where I parked the car, because I'm not sure where I parked it, because I might get a ticket. So I was like, all right, no worries. So he gave me two keys. They were Mercedes keys, two of them. When I took those keys, I said, okay, fine. So I went for a walk. I went about my business. I'm like, I found out where the car was. It was in front of a big compound, like a big place with a big house with a gate in front of it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So when I go home, I'll let him know. So on my way back, I felt like something was pulling me, or I had a feeling that I should look back. So when I looked back, I saw Bob going towards that house or that compound with two people, one on each side of him. So I was like, oh, okay. So I need to go tell Bob to show him where the car is and give him the keys, because he might want to drive, or he might want to get something from the car when he's done. So I don't want him to come all the way home to get the keys. So since the car is just parked next to that place, I might as well just go and tell him. So I went to that place to tell him. So when I got to the place where Bob was in that compound, I knocked on the gate. Somebody opened, so I went in. I could hear music. I had a feeling like there was a party going on. So when I saw that, I asked them, I said, oh, can I speak to Bob? The way one of them replied to me was a bit rude. It was a bit like, what do you want? Why are you looking for him? I wasn't really upset, but I was a bit annoyed, because I was like, why you got to talk to me like that? I'm not here for your party. I'm just here to, give him the keys. Then somebody opened the house door, so I was able to see what was going on inside. I could see people like dancing, and I saw somebody there, dancing, and it looked just like Bob, but it was a younger version of him. So I was a little bit puzzled. I'm like, no, that's not him. So before I left, there was a Congolese musician from Viva la Musica. So he was shouting people's name, you know, like giving shout outs, like, yo, MC's in the house, you know, so-and-so's in the house. And people were like happy. You can tell it was people from Paris, you know, the way the Congolese dress, you know, in Paris is a little bit different. So it was like loads of them. So it was like a gathering. So they were happy to see him, obviously. When I saw that glimpse, you know, somebody looking like him, you know, in the dream, I couldn't tell who it was. So I left. I'm like, all right, fine, you know, I'm just gonna go home, and when he lives there, he was gonna come to the house, and I'll give him the keys. So I went back, and then I woke up from the dream, and I was puzzled. I'm like, what's going on, you know? So I told my wife, and I think I told Auntie Gina as well. Bob Young, they had that party for him, and the two people that I went to get him were like, now when I think about it, it's like angels came to, you know, take him to that place. People were happy to see him. So obviously it transitioned to a better place, and he looked younger. He wasn't sick or anything like that. He looked happy. He looked like a younger version of himself. So I was really happy about it. And to me, those two Mercedes keys were like him trying to tell me to look after Auntie Gina and my wife Fifi, because at that time both of them were driving Mercedes. And from that day, it was like Bob telling me, look, Fred, I'm checking out, so you make sure that you look after the ladies. I don't think, well, I know that it's definitely in a better place, and the soul continues its journey, and it keeps on learning, and it can come back here if it wants. I believe that in a way it's still here, because when I see Jen, Jason, Joanna, Auntie Gina, it's like I can still see a sparkle. You know, sometimes they smile. I can tell that, oh yeah, you know, I remember that smile. Or they can give you a stare, you know, you can see like, whoa, look at that. I think a part of him will always be with us. Now, what would I say to Bob, like now, today? I think it's going to be thank you for giving me your time, and also thank you for Jen and Jason and Joanna, because a piece of him is still with us. His mannerisms, the kids, they got it. He left something here in this place. Well, I know he's alright, so all I can say is thank you. Keep looking over us. God bless, and until we meet again, take care. Love you. Love always.
May so rest in perfect peace. Oh man, calling his name just make me just.
Oh.
Oh nice. Oh yeah.
I love hearing about him from other people.
Yeah. Zambi Mokonzi. That man, so many people went through his hand.
Yeah.
He's helping people that knock him down. He was well off. Be happy. Do your best. Your dad was a great man.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Okay. His name is all over the world. Calling his name. I thought it was your mother calling. I was just about to say, Gina.
Really?
So Bob Massey is gone. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Yeah.
Yes. I look at your pictures here, you, the mother, and all that. I say, wow, look, they all look like their dad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad. This phone call means a lot to me.
Oh, I'm so glad it does.
Wow, this phone call. I just can't stop talking about your dad. You know? Yes, Bimas, keep flying, baby.
Yeah.
Keep flying. Your name will never die. Very handsome man. Very fine man. Human being, soft spoken. Your dad is gone, but I'm here.
That
Call
really
me
means a lot.
anytime, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.